All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now third and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 21 yards there on third down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT.
Got you, boy.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. After the penalty, it's Miller. 19 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it second and short. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, Watson steps away. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
On second down, here's Miller. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Well, a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Rivers, he's got his man. It's Williams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Gordon on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 41, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
37's the Mike 37.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive was surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
And now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now Rivers throwing to the hands of Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Red! White, 89!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. From the red zone now, Rivers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
36, 36. 59. 31.
On 1st down, it's Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. On 2nd down now, it's Miller. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
49 the mic. 49 the mic. It's coming this way, Here we go.
Watson on 1st down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
This is Miller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. his second touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department, as this remains a 6-3 score. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Here's Rivers, and it's incomplete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now Rivers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2.
What's the 55's mark, guys, 55. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Good. 55. What the good. So don't say nothing. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 40, hey, 31.
Throwing again is Watson. Caught left side, Garcon. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Houston.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 78 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, 24.
Here's Watson now on second down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans cut into that lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Rocket. We're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. Hey, Echo. We own them. And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Badgley missed it. Off to the left. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
49.
Watson operating from the gun. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Thomas Davis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. He finds an opening past the 40. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 23 yards on the play.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Jones, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing it deep for Garcia. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Pierre Garçon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check 90. Hey, bro, 80. Q. Go full strength. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 9. Topper. Buckle one.
55's Mike, got 55.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the run.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Texans 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it's going to be 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
12. Mike! Mike 37. Cut! And we're going 37 to Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Mike 37. There we go.
Rivers now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Load it. 0. 37's the Mike. Mike 36. Hey, exit. Wait, 89.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
We got to step it up. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go.
Hey, Mike 7.
All day.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, Alpha.
Hey, I'm coming. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Bandit. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun, Rivers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here. Crunch.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I'm here all day.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Mike 49.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And able to find Garcon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch.
Now it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. A carry for Foreman. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. They'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Watson. Fells has it left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. From the red zone now, Watson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Texans 31, Chargers 27.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They're all through now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the Steelers coming away victorious there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
Ready! Ready! Hey, Delta! 6 guys!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Black 11!
Check. Lucky.
Left! White!
55,
Go!
Play action now. Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Load it! Hey! Check right! Watch it,
I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, Zoo! Hey, ready!
Now Rivers. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
A gain of 4. It's now a second and
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Hey, 79!
Rivers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack there by J.J. Watt. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Short kick. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And picked up by the Chargers. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.